Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Obviously, always running into technical difficulties. Sound is not working, or the visual is not working. It's always something. All right, so let's get to the meat of things here. So what we have this morning here is just yesterday what we got the market started trading up, like right around 9 a.m. fall a little bit, and then a lot of back and forth, and then it fell aggressively. I think it fell aggressively to the daily relative low. Let's take a look at what that looks like on the daily. It's gonna look like a mess. I already know. Okay, so what we see, it open and then drop aggressively. Those daily relative low, looking at the bodies here, so just below that. Then once it dropped, it was going sideways for the rest of the evening, all the way into Asian session, and then into London. And then when we woke up this morning, like right around 8:30, it started going lower and a little bit to retrace into almost to the relative low of the 2:45 a.m. in London, and then start rallying up and aggressively rallied right at the open, like around 9:15, 9:30. That's when it aggressively started rallying up. And now I'll say right around 10 a.m. right now, it looks like it's stalling, which is what I would expect, right? Right after you get such a big rally, right at 9:30, and it start going up aggressively. So like right at around this time, I would expect it will start stalling a little bit. So it is still within yesterday's range, which was the highest high was 25,275, and you had the low at 24,984. So it's still within that range. So what I'm expecting, just like here on this side, we had a lot of consolidation. I'm expecting a lot of consolidation here. Um, the next move, it'll probably go a little bit lower, which was lower again, and then pop up. If it becomes aggressive on the bullish side, or what I'd expect next, it'll probably go up right at around this level here, maybe around 25 to 57. We'll get back up there and then just fall off the bed after that. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what it does, like I want 10:45. So remember yesterday I put a short that says you have to be patient, and if you've never been patient in your life, you don't know how to be patient in this game. You definitely need to be patient because it's gonna rock you left and right, back and forth. And then you're gonna have to you either gonna learn the easy way or the hard way. One way or the other, you're gonna have to learn. So that's that. So I missed all that rally here. because I was obviously away from the computer. If I was in front of it, I would have been able to participate in some of it, but obviously I was away. And this is the part where people say, hey, maybe you can use quant to do some of the trading for you. Um, maybe not. I'm not a computer scientist, so I don't know coding enough to create a coding program. Maybe in the future I can get AI to do it for me, but I'm just not there yet. So what I'm trying to do here is wait for this for like in that time window between 10:45 and 11:15. If price is going to drop into that fair value gap here, maybe in the middle here at 147 and then rally up if it's still bullish, because I still believe that there's some unfinished business on top. I don't think it's going to drop really low yet. I think it'll just retrace. Maybe we'll trace to the 50% of this price leg here and then go back up like I don't want for 4 p.m. I'm not gonna be there that long to see that. So we'll wait and see here. So far, if you ask me, um, I'll put my money into going short to enjoy like a small short going lower. But we'll wait and see what it gives us. Again, you gotta sit around and wait until it drops into that window and then see what it does next. What it does next. Is it going to go up, then go lower, or is it going to go lower to go back up? So the thing is, it creates this low here. What I would want to see, ideally, is for it not to break below this low. If you can get close enough, like right around here, that'll be perfect. For me so far, I don't see any key signature that will tell me that I need to engage price. Like there's a propulsion block, it goes right past it, like it's all over the place. It gives me the impression it needs to go lower, but I don't see the key signatures that would say that it will go lower. It went way past this inefficiency here, way past the propulsion block, but it is still lower than this candle here, which is still letting me know that it still wants to go lower, but nothing animated. So let me highlight this here. See how it's reacting to this inefficiency here. If I could get it just dip into it and then come back up, or if got half of the candle fill up this gap here, that would be a great signature that will be going up. Let me see if I can set myself up to use part of it. Like and I'm waiting for it to drop into that window, and I'm waiting for the key signature. Okay, so it looks like we're looking good here. Let me put a buy signal here. See what we do. I need that candle to confirm that it needs to go up still. It may work or it may not work. See, I see half of that candle was filled in, but not this. See, it's struggling. It's still trying to decide, okay, should I go up? Should I go down? And I'm in the same boat as well. What is it trying to do in that inefficiency? Is it trying to go up? Is it trying to go down? Now, right there, it's in that window. We'll wait and see what it does. Again, folks, I don't control price. We cannot control. We can only speculate on what it's going to do and then try to read on the key signatures on what price is trying to do next. Even though I agree with you, it is on a high premium here, right? The natural tendency is to short, but you'll be surprised, right? They'll dip lower and then go higher. So that right here, that's bad. That's bad news for me right here. You spent too much time in that gap here, and the reading is all over the place. What I'm expecting here, if it doesn't quickly go up, I'm going to collapse the trade. There you go. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Come on, keep going, keep going. Started good, may not finish good. And you got that. Let's see if it's going to go below that low. Yeah, to me, once it goes below that low, the trade is collapsed. I'll collapse the trade. Well, it'll probably trigger my stop loss. If it's still bullish, if it still has unfinished business here, I'm expecting it to go back up again. Right now, I don't feel comfortable that it's going to go up. And then the other thing too, you gotta sit there patiently and wait for it to jingle back and forth, back and forth. Right. So what I'm going to watch out here to see if it's going to just touch it and then go lower, or is it going to go past it and then for that gap to be inverted. So far, looks like it's bullish denied. Yep, looks like it's going lower. This is the part where I will most likely reverse and say, hey, listen, I was on the wrong side. Maybe it's time to reverse. But let's see. So wait, come on. Okay, yep, just kiss the bottom here. And then I want it to go spring back up. See the same action I see here, I want to see the same above here. But they'll probably be denying me. So now at this point, I'm looking at it and say, okay, maybe it potentially will go lower. Everything now so far is telling me it's going back lower. It fell below. Now we have all the bodies reading that is going to go lower. This is kind of like how you need to look at it and interpret it and then see what's going on. At least it's giving us a chance with the back and forth that you have a little bit of a leeway to redeem yourself and collapse the trade. Yeah, I would expect it to go lower like right now, to start plunging lower really fast. There you go. See? Even though I'm wrong, I'm on the wrong side, but I already know based on the signature, I know what it's going to do. And this thing's all over the place. All right, let me reverse it. So what did I use as a prognostication? Okay, so we have this high lower than this high. That's one key signature that is going to go lower. It is inside of the macro 1045 to 1115. What I was expecting is if we have unfinished business up here, that it will go back up here and finish that business. Apparently, it wants to go a lot lower than anticipated before it goes higher. Let me remove that and see how far it's willing to go. Now, the other question people may ask is, where do you place your fibs in order to get a good reading? So usually, I would usually try to aim for the lowest low here in the morning. But the other thing you can aim for is where have you seen the most energetic candles moving. So usually we'll take your fib here, place it there, and right here. Okay. And as you can see, once I place my fib here, to the middle here, what do you think is going on here? It's going into a consolidation right here, right? This is another confirmation that um, the fib is at the right level where you see consolidation, because when it's at the 50%, price is trading efficiently. It's consolidating, it's going on a range. This is where more than likely the 50% of the fib will be. We can try and test it out to see if we put it lower, if we get somewhere nearby. Let's see here. Got that. Yeah, there's a little bit of consolidations going on here. It's not entirely wrong if you put your fib here, but me personally, I prefer this one. And if it's going to go lower, it'll probably touch and kiss that 50% of that, or it'll just touch that gap. And so far, he's denying me of that gap right here. So most of the time, does it feel like every time you're trying to put on a trade, it wants to go against the grain? Whatever you're trying to put on, it's trying to go against it. Isn't that amazing? All right, what are you trying to do, buddy? So here's a proportion block here. It looks like it's more than likely will respect that proportion block. Come on, I took it. There you go. See how the bottom of these candles are respecting the middle of that candle, that little lone candle here. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Is it trying to respect it? Is it trying to get through it? Okay, I got 10 points. It's a lot of struggle to get there. Even though I would like and I would love to get 50 points out of this, we'll wait and see if it gets there. But normally, what I would usually do, um, if I have more than two contracts, I'll usually get some here at the 10 points and then get some more at the 50 points and then just let it right down lower. But today, I don't think today is there's a sell program for it to go so much lower. So I think it'll just mildly retrace to a level or into an inverted gap and then go back higher. And I believe this one is a 1 hour gap. Oh, it's a 15 minutes. See, that's why you have to annotate things, make notes, and highlight them. Make sure you put the right names on there because sometimes you're putting like a gap or you identify it, and then if you don't put on what time frame it is, then you will lose the reference. Then you probably have to go back to different multiple time frame to figure out okay what time frame did you put that in there. This is the part, when I first started trading, usually this is the part that will really get on my nerves. Like I would know where it needs to go, where it wants to go, but it's doing all of this. And if you highly leverage or severely leverage, let's just say you put in like 10 contracts, and all this back and forth is making you nervous. Me, I'm not nervous because I only put two micros. If it stop me out, I can always go back and either trade later, or I would try to see if I can recuperate half of my loss, if I can get half back at least. So I can trade two contracts all day and every day, and it's not going to blow my account. I mean, over time it might, but not immediately, not right away. The key point is to be able to be consistent, right? To consistently find and frame your trade and try to see what you can do best to get the most consistent trade. That's the goal. Okay, looks like it's going back to resume higher now. Or is it? Yeah, you got all this unfinished business on top here. If we go lower, let's grab some of that. In that area where there was a lot of resistance, you're gonna encounter the same resistance here too. Trying to go back up. So resistance to go lower, then eventually go lower, resistance to go up, and eventually it's going to go up. Now, the reason why I say there's an unfinished business here at 25,254, but as you can see, the highest high is at what 25,274. I think. Well, if you put in, let's see here, if you put it on an hourly chart, you'll see that the bodies stop at 254, and it's like a wick. I think it's probably best if I show. I think it was hourly. And me, I would like to put my target at the bodies rather than the wick itself. See, there you go. This is what I was talking about. So the body on the hourly stop at 254 to be precise. But I like to take it like a notch lower because sometimes what happens is price will get real close and then deny you and then will turn aggressively lower. And then you completely miss out on a lot of gains. So, which is why I put my target here. Um, should I take it a little bit higher so I can squeeze more juice out of the lemon? Sure, I could, but if it keeps going up and I miss out, then it is what it is. The best policy is the money you have, the money you keep is better than the money you could have had. I'm gonna say it again. The best policy is the money you have is better than the money you could have. So with that being said, I put my target here. And it's not like I have a whole lot of contracts in anyway. I only got two more contracts left. So, and I highly doubt that it's gonna go a lot higher soon. I'll probably be toward the lunchtime. And I'm trying to close shop before that. Okay. So let's see what it's doing here. As you can see, it got into that gap and it will trace lower again. Yeah, I wouldn't use this as a signal to go lower. I think it's just we pulse, push it down a little bit. It might go significantly lower, maybe around that area here. So that means it will definitely stop me out. And if it stop me out, it will stop me out at a profit, which I'm fine with. So as you can see, we are outside of that zone. Um, usually between 11:22 and 11:33 Eastern, price usually go for a liquidity pool. Um, but at this time, it seems like it's gonna go a little bit lower than usual in order to grab that liquidity pool, like at around 11:45. So gonna sit here. So it already stopped me out at a profit. More than likely, it'll probably resume lower. I will probably not try to get back in because at this point, I'm not too sure what's going on here. If I were to guess, it'll probably go as low as this gap over here. Let me highlight it. Which is why I kind of put my stop really high, like really close to it, because the shenanigans that the price plays sometimes, and I'm not trying to go back into waiting for it to completely go back that much lower. I'd rather stop me out, wait until it get back into this area, and if I see an opportunity to go back long, I'll get back in it. But yeah, because I believe my original stop loss was right down here, and I move it all the way up here. So there's that. Is it gonna go back up again from here? Maybe. I wouldn't bank on it, but I'd rather stop me out of the profit, wait for it to go much lower in a discount, so I can get back into the game again. So that's what's my play here. But it could very well go higher from here. And where did I get higher from? this gap right here. So I already highlighted where it was gonna go, but sometimes it gets tricky. You don't know which gap is going to go to. It might go much lower than that. Yes, I think it stopped me out like right around here. Yeah, that's a bullish signature here. The bodies did not fully close into that gap. If I were to get back in it, I'll say just jump in here right here. Why not? Let's jump back in here. So what I would want to say, drop back in here and then quickly repel and go higher than this candle right here. But if it goes up and the body doesn't close above this candle right here, and then you go back lower, I'm getting out. This is all the rules you have to go by and play and then see. I mean, is it flawless? No. I mean, it's not perfect, but you gotta stick to some rules, right? So this is the rules that I stick by. If it goes up first and the body fail to close above this and then go back lower, I'm closing out. But if it was here, go lower, then go back up, then I'll participate. Like right here, if it goes all the way down and get me in, actually I need to get in like right around here so I can be confident that it gets me in. So if it goes back down, get me in right around that price, and then go higher, yeah, I'm game. Let's see. It's a game of probabilities, right? Yep, unfinished business. This is one of those things. Now I try to figure out, okay, what kind of game is it playing here? Still indecisive. Look at this. Clearly deny me. See, come on, man. Like it knocked me out prematurely, then quickly retrace up. Then when I'm trying to get back in, fill me entry. You can't win. But this is all the stuff, you have to put up with. You're gambling against this nature. You're gambling against trading, and then you're gambling against the broker who failed to get you in or who purposely knock you out. It's the broker that does all of this. And then whether price which is much lower or much higher, that's the CME, the controller of that. But those wicks, all these little wicks here, is the broker that control all of that. Because it could have got here and stopped flat, and I would still be in the game. But the wicks with the booker, extended it out, knock you out. Right? They don't want you to win, man. The more you win, the more they lose. So now at this point, if you try to get back in it, this is like chasing price. And you more than likely hurt yourself. Because what's going to happen is it's going to reach that 255 level and then we trace much lower than you can take. See? It took all this time to go sideways, undecisive. Knock me out, failed entry. Boom. This is all the stuff you need to take note of. And then as you grow into your career of trading, this is all the things you have to battle and wrestle with, like how it behaves. When it denies you like this, what you need to do next. That's why you need to have multiple points of entry. Like if it fails to get you in here, what else do you do? Do you get in that gap right here? Yes, you can. Um, if it denies you this gap, where else do you enter in this gap? Okay. Now it failed me to get on this gap. The next thing I could get in is probably into this potential propulsion block, and I say potential. This potential block right here, as you can see, boom, never happened, right? So all my entries was literally almost all of them were completely denied. Yeah, so this is one of the things you have to wrestle with, and which is what psychologically is going to push you into chasing it. Now that you see that it's moving so much in the direction that you wanted, and then you're like, oh, maybe you'll go higher some more. Not really. Not really. It's gonna go up high and then consolidate and then go lower against you if you try to chase it going long. Still got a little bit more to go to 257. But overall, it's a good sport. I've seen worse days. I've seen worse days than this. See, like I said, I'll go up, go sideways, and then we'll chase aggressively. Now, if you chase that, guess what? You're underwater. So you gotta take all these notes here. Knock me out prematurely. Now you might say, well, it's my fault that I moved the stop that much higher. That's why it knocked me out. Yeah, I agree with that. But there were times my stops were all the way down here, and it literally, it felt like it chased forward, and then knock it right on the dime, and then propel right back up. I mean, if you trade long enough, you've experienced this. Like you move your stop, you move it, you move it, you move it. And you're like, how much lower could this thing go? And then it hits your stop, and then that's when it goes. And I'm not talking about when you chase it here and then it go much lower. I'm talking about it's really low and then went much low. It went much lower than that. So let's see. So it's about 11:30. Um, so we're talking about London close here. I'll probably go to sleep from 11:30 all the way to 1:30. So in about for like 2 hours, it's like you can get stuck in the no man's land. I mean, especially I believe today is FOMC. I think today is FOMC. Yep. Today it is FOMC today. So more than likely you'll probably get a lot of action like right around 2 p.m. Let's see. Yep, 2 p.m. we have FOMC. So definitely like right around that, like I would probably stay out of the market until then. Definitely before 2 p.m. you need to stay out. So the whole week the Feds they've been talking, running the mouth, say who knows what. I mean all I hear is lies, lies, lies. Tell me more lies, tell me more lies, a bunch of lies. Yeah, inflation is transitionary, whatever. So I'm not saying the speech don't matter, but the time when it happens matters, and you just gotta be careful. All right, where will I enter long if I were to go back low? Um, yeah, I'll say like right around here, or like right at the tip, which is what it's doing here. But I think it's going to go much lower than that. Yeah, I would still keep my entry long here if it doesn't get there. Oh well. I mean, that's really how you need to feel about it. It gets there, good. If it doesn't, oh well, you preserve your capital. Now imagine if you were chasing this. Yeah, underwater. Yeah. All this is psychological manipulation. Get tricking you thinking that price is gonna go much higher like this for the rest of the day. And normally you usually get two or about five candles that move like this. And then after that it's done. I mean especially if it's near the top. Now, if it's somewhere here at the bottom here, then you're probably gonna get three to nine candles like this at most. As you can see, one, two, three, one, two, three, four, five, six. See, one, two. Then once you get into the premium, you get like just two candles. Let me zoom in to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So split this into premium and discount. Okay. So this is where, so I'll say this is where the discount is, right below this, between this red line here and this line. So you got one, two, three big candles. And then you have right here, one, two, three, four, five, six big candle, then consolidation. You see the pattern here? And then once you get into premium, what do you see? Smaller candles and then big candles. Once you see those in the premium, just prepare for consolidation and shenanigans like this. Just like you see here. One big candles like this, and then shenanigans, consolidations. Even at a discount, you still gotta watch out. I mean, the count is in the discount is more like maybe three big candles you get at once. I mean, that is if it's really like, in the open or 8:30. I mean, if it's 8:30 news, you'll probably just get one big candle. It's a whoosh. It'll just go up, one big candle, and then that's it. That's all you get. Um, And then if it's like regular time, like at the open like this, you get this. Or if it's at 3:50 p.m. Eastern, you'll probably get 2, 3 big candles. Or if it's at 4:15, you'll probably get multiple candles like this too. Especially if you have 1 or 3 Magnificent Seven reporting, which is sometime this week or next week, I believe. Then you'll get that. I think me, I'm done here for the rest of the day. So I'm probably gonna close shop here. With that being said, it's been about an hour or so. Um, I will probably trade later on, like at around 2:45. Be careful. Do not trade with high leverage. Watch yourself. So 2 p.m. there will be FOMC. I will be extremely careful. Because price is probably going to bang around, or it's probably gonna go much higher than you want. So I will definitely be careful with that. And then tomorrow we have the jobless claim, and then Friday it could go either way. It could be a very quiet day. We have consumer sentiment, so we may get some actions before then. It may be a quiet day, or it may just it'll just get a lot of actions. So like you get like a big action and then go sideways, and then all of a sudden you get a big price run and then go sideways. I'm thinking about the same thing that will be happening on Friday. So it's going to be quiet, or it'll be a lot of moving around. But London will be quiet. The Friday morning between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. that will be quiet. If you wake up Friday morning, you see that London is very animated, meaning you see big, long stretch candles like this in London, like clear gaps like this in London. Yeah, New York, just stay away. But if you see that London was behaving overnight, I'm trying to find an example of this. Yeah, if you see London was just more like this action, you see that type of action there in London, then when New York session open on Friday, you may get a little bit more action. So with that being said, I'll be doing some lit trading later on today. Like I said, more than likely I will not come on, but I'll be doing a little few scalping here and there. Like I want 245 after the Fed stop running the mouth. So that's what I'll do. Happy trading, everybody. And hit the like and subscribe button. I'm planning on making these live streams on a weekly basis, and then every now and then I'll drop in some videos here and there for review, and I'll drop in some executions in the shorts. Thank you, everyone.